What is Internet of Things? The Internet of Things describes the network of physical objects that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the internet. History of Internet of Things. IoT was earlier referred to as persuasive computing during the 1970s, but the term Internet of Things was coined by Kevin Ashton in 1999 while working at Procter Gamble. Ashton, who was working in supply chain optimization, wanted to attract senior management's attention to a new exciting technology called RFID. Because the internet was the hottest trend in 1999 and because it somehow made sense, he called his presentation the Internet of Things. Internet of Things gained some popularity in the summer of 2010 with the information leak that Google's StreetView service had stored tons of data of people's Wi-Fi networks. People were debating whether this was a start of a new Google strategy to not only index the internet but also index the physical world. At the same time, the Chinese government made the Internet of Things a strategic priority in their 5-year plan. In 2012, Gartner, the market research company that invented the famous hype cycle for emerging technologies, included the Internet of Things. In 2012, the theme of LiveWeb, Europe's biggest internet conference, was the Internet of Things. At the same time, popular tech magazines like Forbes and Wired started using IoT as their vocabulary to define the phenomenon. The term Internet of Things reached mass market awareness in 2012 when Google announced to buy Nest for $3.2 billion. Did you know that there are similar concepts which are not used much because either they are too narrow or weren't popularized that much compared to IoT? M2M. The term machine to machine has been used for more than a decade and is well known in the telecom sector. M2M communication had initially been a one-to-one connection linking one machine to another. Industrial Internet of Things. The term Industrial Internet of Things is strongly pushed by General Electric. It goes beyond M2M since it not only focuses on the connections between the machines but also includes the human interfaces. Internet of Things. Internet of Things has yet a wider reach as it includes connections beyond the industrial contexts such as wearable devices on people. Web of Things. The Web of Things is much narrower in scope than the other concepts and it solely focuses on software architecture. The Internet of Everything or IoE. Still a rather vague concept, IoE aims to include all sorts of connections that one could imagine. The concept thus has the highest reach. The word has been strongly pushed by Intel, which earlier used the word embedded internet. Security of Internet of Things. Unsurprisingly, the global pandemic has underlined just how vital digital strategy is to business resilience. But rushing is risky. There are often vulnerabilities around the security of new IoT infrastructure and gaps in protecting legacy systems that may connect to more open environments. Yes. In that case, a breach of an IoT device may even result in unauthorized access to legacy systems. Calm down. Hard-coded and embedded credentials are a danger for IT systems. And hugs and yours! for IoT systems. Guessable credentials are a windfall for hackers to attack the device directly. The Mirai malware is a good illustration of such an attack. Mirai infected IoT devices from routers to video cameras by successfully attempting to log in using a table of 61 common default usernames and passwords. It enslaved a string of 4 lakh connected devices. In 2016, Mirai infected devices were used to launch the world's first distributed denial of service attacks on servers at the heart of internet services. It took down parts of Amazon Web Services and its clients, including GitHub, Netflix, Twitter, and Airbnb. Reaper, a Mirai-type malware, has been created for DDoS for hire market, in which criminals, can rent out botnets to attempt to take down websites that they disagree with. It just costs a few dollars to launch a massive DDoS attack capable of generating up to 300 GPS. IoT devices should be secured out of box by manufacturers with unique passwords to address the issue. They should have flexible, secure settings, in particular optional mechanisms like password complexity, password expiration, account lockout, and one-time password that force users to modify their default credentials when setting up the device. Network managers using adapted IoT identify and access management solutions have a wide range of devices authentication features to reduce IoT attack exposure. Two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication, and biometric authentication, or even digital certificates, can ensure that no one can get unauthorized access to these connected devices. Just secure at the time of purchase is not sufficient, as it becomes vulnerable when hackers find new security issues or bugs. Satori is another malware that acts and spreads similar to Mirai. First, it doesn't spread by credential guessing but has been known to find vulnerabilities in Wi-Fi routers. Second, Satori has been discovered infecting smart processor architectures previously ignored by IoT malware. So regular updates are needed to fix anything. IoT devices, just like other devices, become exposed over time. So all parts have to play their role. Manufacturers should ensure fully secure embedded software or firmware built into their devices. They will release security updates for their IoT when vulnerabilities are discovered. Enterprises can provide critical security updates to IoT devices in the field. Network managers should also pay special attention to update mechanisms for authenticity and encrypted exchanges. It comes to no surprise that countries like the United States, the United Kingdom are coming up with IoT cybersecurity laws to ensure IoT devices sold in their respective territories are fitted with so-called reasonable security features. In a nutshell, IoT security can be ensured by device authentication, digital certificates, and building applications using the latest security standards and protocols, which are a variety of policies, standards, best practices, guidelines are available from different sources like NIST in the US, ENISA in the Europe. Cyber security law enforced in many countries like the United States, European Union, and UK. Latest is IoT management system. Why do we need it? In 2017, researchers from Darktrace revealed that they had discovered a sophisticated attack on our casino. The cyber hackers access the database of bid spenders by accessing the network through a thermostat, yes, literally, attached to a fish tank. Once they got a foothold in the network, they accelerated around 10 GB of data. A study in 2020 analyzed over 5 million IoT devices and unmanaged connected devices in healthcare, retail, manufacturing, as well as life sciences. The report brings to light disturbing facts and trends, and they are as follows. Up to 15% devices were unknown, 5 to 19% were on an unsupported legacy OS, 49% of the IT teams had tinkered with their existing IT solutions to get visibility, 51% were unaware of smart objects in their network, 86% of healthcare deployments using FDA recalled devices, and 95% actually, of the healthcare networks integrated Amazon Alexa, Echo and Tesla devices alongside hospital surveillance equipment. Ransomware gangs specifically target healthcare more than any other domain in the United States. According to Health IT and Security, 560 healthcare providers were hacked by ransomware in 2020. The mix of legacy systems and connected devices like patient monitors, infusion pumps, lights, and thermostats with very poor security features are sometimes prone to attacks. So, these criminals understand that stopping critical applications, holding patient data can put lives at risk, and probably these organizations are most likely to pay a ransom. Then these vulnerabilities and IoT threats can be radically reduced by implementing IoT device management solutions and platforms. They provide class-leading lifecycle management capabilities to deploy, monitor, maintain, and manage and update IoT devices. And also, I almost forgot, the Internet of Brains has emerged too. Oh yes, in 2017, researchers linked a brain with the internet and they called it BrainTernet. Yes, seriously. Experiment time! Use Bluetooth Low Energy component in Thunkable to build an IoT app. You will need to set up an Arduino LED device. Tutorial link in the description. Please consider subscribing, share and commenting on our channel. We are a small team which wants to explain complex topics in an easy and graspable manner. And this is the narrator of IoT Television signing off. Oops! Inside Out, a quick